Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Sandra here again with another tutorial, and today we're going to be talking all about the Poshmark app. I've done a video on how to start selling on Poshmark as a beginner, but I think in order to be an effective seller, or even if you want to be a savvy buyer, you have to know how the actual app works, all the ins and outs. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be sharing a complete step-by-step Poshmark app tutorial, and along the way sharing a lot of tips and tricks on how to make more sales and how to get deals if you're there to shop. One more thing before we jump into the actual tutorial, like I said, I am using the Poshmark app and I'm going to be using my daughter's tablet just so the screen can look a little bit bigger, but I normally just use my phone and that's how I use Poshmark most of the time. So that's the tutorial that we're going to be going over. It should work for you on your phone, your tablet, or any device like that. I logged out of my own Poshmark account and I'm going to start a fresh one here with you just to show you exactly how this process works when you are creating an account. Very simple. Poshmark works like most other social media, like your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter. They all have very similar features. So here you can log in with your Facebook, with the Google account you already have, or an email. So just choose your method. So here I'm going to be creating an account using my daughter's email address. I'll delete it later. I'm just doing this to show you how it works. Below that is your username. This is the username everyone on Poshmark will see when you are listing and sharing and following and all of those things. Don't get too caught up on this username because you can always go back and change it. You can email Poshmark and ask them to change it. So I'm just gonna pick any for now and then just go through and select your gender and your country. And then at the very bottom here is where you will add an invite code if you have one. Mine is Sandra's 5th Avenue. If you use this invite code, you get $10 credit to start shopping and I get $10 as well. So if you'd like to support me and my channel, do use my invite code. Click next when you're done. So someone's already taken the username I tried to use and they suggested one. I'm going to go ahead and use it. And then here they just want to know a little bit more about you and where you live, your shoe size, dress size, so that they can tailor your Poshmark account to you and show you items that you'd like to purchase. You don't have to fill it out. Press next if you don't. Same thing with the brands. They want you to tell them what kind of brands you like to cater to you and your likes. Click next if you don't want to do any of that. And then here's where they want to connect you with other people. By far, Poshmark stands out because of their social media aspect. They really value people connecting and sharing each other's items and working together to thrive. So here's where you can connect with your contacts, your Facebook friends, Twitter, and just start following people. Click done when you're finished that, and then here we are. As you can see at the bottom, we have a total of 5 options. We have the feed, the shop, where you can sell things, your news, which are your notifications, and then your actual account. We're going to go through each one of these. Whether you're here on Poshmark to buy or here on Poshmark to sell, you're going to learn a lot of things you didn't know before that are going to make you a more effective seller and buyer. Let's start with this feed. You will see things from people you follow, things they've posted and shared, but you will also see things that Poshmark thinks you may like. So at the very top here are people you follow. When you create your account, Poshmark will automatically make you follow people to start that social interaction going. You can always unfollow them later so that you can curate your feed to only people and items that you actually like. Below that, we have brands. This is Torrid up top. Then we have the people you follow's listings. And then if you keep going down, they keep offering things by different categories. Home, shoes, decor, kids, men's, boutique stuff. Let's head towards the top on this left-hand corner where it says all. Here you can switch your country. If I click on this flag, right now Poshmark works only in the United States and Canada. They're slowly starting to grow, so eventually, hopefully, it will be a worldwide market, but right now it's United States and Canada. Below that, you can switch the market you're shopping from here. Next to that, we have this search bar. And here you can search for a specific item that you're looking for. So if I'm searching for, let's say, Michael Kors shirt, I'm going to put MK shirt, but you can also put the color, the style, short sleeve, long sleeve, anything you want. But I'm going to keep it short right now and leave it like that. Below that, you can search through all markets, women's markets, men's, kids, or home. We're going to stick with women. And now here are all the Michael Kors shirts that they have available right now. And if you want to find something even more specific, below here are the filters. This sort filter will allow you to arrange the items from high to low, low to high, from items that have recently been price dropped. You can look for shirts by a different brand here as well. You can search by category, type of closet, condition, color, the size, the price. And this is super helpful if you're a buyer to find the precise item you're looking for. But this setup here is also helpful for people who are looking to sell on Poshmark. This allows you to research comps. Comps is short for comparables, and it's where you see how much other people are selling their items for, so that you can know how to price your items when you are looking to list on Poshmark. Or when you're outsourcing and shopping for things to sell on Poshmark, you can use the setup here to know whether it's worth buying the item, whether you're going to make a profit or how much. When you're doing your comps, make sure that you also look at the sold. So we're going to go to available and switch this to sold items. And here we can see what these Michael Kors shirts have sold for in the past. And you just look through and try to find an average. I would ignore anything that's super low, like $8, and that is because it's just people trying to get rid of stuff in their closet and they don't really care how much they get for it. But people who are out here selling things to make a living from it are going to price their items a little higher, and that's the prices you're kind of looking for. So kind of ignore anything that's super cheap. Just look through and try to find an average. But if you see that there are many cheap prices, that means that average sale price is too low for you to make a profit. Next to the search bar, we have this little person with the plus button. And here's where you can start connecting with other people. You can search for people by your brand, your city, your college. Below that, we have Posh Ambassador. So we'll talk about that later. But these are just people that Poshmark recommends you follow. They ship fast, have good ratings. So these are great people to shop from because they have a good reputation. And the last thing here on the feed tab, we have this heart button. Here's where you can go find any items you've liked in the past. And if you like lots of items on Poshmark, below that you can also filter them just like we did earlier. Let's move on to this next tab, which is shop. Here Poshmark gives you so many ways for you to start shopping. At the top we have the people you follow. Below that we have brands. Then here you'll have your likes, items that you've recently viewed, and then here we have showrooms. Showrooms are just a collection of popular items. They're by categories and themes. They have Gymshark tops, champion sweaters. Sometimes they have things like fuzzy sweaters, yellow bags. It's just a cool way to put a category in one of things that are kind of trending right now on social media and things like that. You can shop by different sizes. Then we have the market separated below that. And then right below that, I want to talk about parties. A lot of people are confused with parties when they just get started. They don't know what they are or what they're for. Basically, a party is a live virtual party. So it's happening real time. These parties happen around the same time every day at 11, 2, 6, and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just like showrooms, they are themed parties. And parties are very important whether you're shopping or whether you're selling. I'm going to go ahead and click on this where it says all parties to show you more. At the very top, we have parties that are happening right now. It's highlighted in this burgundy color. So right now we have a designer bags party going on. Here are the items that people have shared to this party, and I'll show you later how to share your items to this party. But I just want to let you know now that this is very important to share your items to a party if it qualifies, because this is when the app is most active. Poshmark is sending out notifications to all of their users that the party is happening now, so they all come and join to shop, and it's more chances for people to see your item because these are people that may not even be following you and they wouldn't have a chance to see your item otherwise. And if you're looking to shop, this is an excellent time to do so because the sellers are active right now. So they're going to answer your questions quickly if you have one, or if you want to make an offer, they'll respond more quickly. Now let's click on view party details. Right here we have a party description where it tells you what the party is all about. But if you click on view Posh party guidelines, here you can see exactly what brands are allowed. And this is super useful for you to see and know and make note of, because when you're out shopping and sourcing, these are the brands you should look for. Poshmark would not add them here in a party if they didn't think they were popular and would sell. So now I'm going to go back to the party list. As I said, at the very top are parties that are happening now. Below that, we have party invitations, and these are parties that are coming up today. Below that, we have shop parties, and these are all the parties that have happened in the past. So if you're new to Poshmark, I suggest that you click on these parties, go to view party details, go to view Posh party guidelines, and take a screenshot of these brands so that you can get to know them and look for them and pick them up when you find them at a good price. Now we're back here on the home screen of the shop tab. Before we leave this tab, I want to show you how the purchase process actually works. I'm going to go to recently views and click on this shirt. And as a buyer, the first thing you want to do is look over the pictures very carefully. Most sellers do make note of any flaws that are on the items. They're very good about that, but some aren't so good. So just make sure you look over the item very well. Even zoom in if you want. You want to make sure that you do want this item, because once you buy it, there are no return unless the buyer made a mistake and put like the wrong size, like I have before, or the item was not as specified. If they didn't say something about a flaw, then you cannot return it. So make sure it is something you want to buy, and as a seller, make sure that you're always disclosing any flaws. As I scroll down below, we have the description of the item. Then below that, we have shipping and discount. Here it tells you your shipping price, and if this seller had a discount, like if you bundle 2 items or 3 items or more, if they had a discount on that, it would show it here, but this buyer or this seller doesn't. Now below that, we have this like button. So if I like this item, it will save it so that I can find it later. But also the seller will be notified that you like the item, and then they have the opportunity to send you an offer if they want. They can send you a cheaper offer so to entice you to buy it. So always like the items that you're interested in as a buyer so that you can get offers from the sellers, or just to save it if you want to find it at a later date. Next to that, we have comment, and here's where you can ask the seller a question. Never be afraid to ask questions, because as I said, there's no return, and it's better to be clear about what you're getting than to have to be stuck with an item you don't really want. Next to that, we have the share button. So I'm going to tap on that, and here are many different ways we can share. We can share to the party that I showed you earlier. We can share to my followers. We can share through messages, Facebook, and so many other things here. I'm just going to share it to the Michael Kors party. And let me show you why sharing is super important. So I just shared her item, and by chance, if she happened to come and share one of my items, which Poshmark does encourage this, they send you a notification of people who have shared your items and remind you to share theirs as well. So I'm going to click on her profile, and I can see that she has 30,000 followers. So if she happened to come back and share one of my items, then there'd be an additional 30,000 potential eyes that could see my item and buy it. The next thing is add to a bundle. So if I tap on that, I've added this shirt to a bundle. And a bundle is basically when you put multiple items that are from one single closet together, and then she can ship them out together, and you only pay the $7.11 shipping price one time. So I'm going to go back to her closet. If I see something else that I like, I can go ahead and add it to the bundle as well. So I'm going to click this little shopping bag with the plus button, and now I have 2 things in that bundle. And here in this bundle, I can comment to ask questions. Right below that, I'm going to tap on the offer button, and here I can put an offer that then the buyer can accept or decline, or maybe she can counter and offer me something that she thinks is a little more reasonable. Next to offer, you can also press buy now. And I don't have the credit card information input for this account that I'm using right now, but if I did, it would automatically start the buying process. So as a seller, this is something that's very important to know. These are the only ways that you get a sale. Someone comes to your item, presses this buy now button, or presses the offer button, sends you an offer, and you accept it. Those are the only ways that you make sales, through these buttons. Anyone who asks for an email is out to scam you. Ignore them and block them. All purchases should be made through Poshmark only, unless you know the person and you're willing to do it outside of Poshmark. Let's move on to the next tab, which is the sale tab. And that's where you will tap when you're ready to upload something to Poshmark. You can take a picture directly using Poshmark's camera, or you can tap on this gallery and choose pictures from your phone, your tablet, your computer, or wherever you're uploading from. I won't go through this process because I already have on my other video. I think it's called How to Start Selling on Poshmark for Beginners. So go watch that when you're ready to start selling on Poshmark. The next tab is the News tab. And here is where you will get all your notifications of everything we've been talking about up till now. When someone shares your item, when someone follows you, you'll get notifications about parties and offers and sales. So when someone buys your item, here's where you will see it. When someone creates a bundle, you'll see it here as well. At the very top, you can scroll and you can see your notifications by categories, because automatically it's on all. So you'll see them all bunched together. And once you start using Poshmark a lot, this can get a bit overwhelming. So you can use these tabs instead. And obviously this is a new account. So as I click through these tabs, there's really nothing to see. So I think from this point on, I'm going to go ahead and switch to my actual Poshmark account so that I'm able to show you more how these things look like. Okay, here we are in my account, and I'm going to go to the news option. As you can see, there are 93 notifications. That's a lot to go through to see what's been going on with my account. So I'm going to go through these tabs instead. Comments, here's where you will see comments that people made on your listings, but also comments that are made on bundles. Then we have offers, and here's where you can see offers that are sent to you when you like an item, or you can see offers that were sent out on your behalf when someone likes your item and you send out offers, or you can see offers that other people made on your items. And to keep things simple, you can always click here on view all active offers just to see the ones that are going on right now, because these are time limited offers. Once you send out an offer, it's only good for I think 24 hours. And once those hours are up, they get deleted from these active offers list. Next, we have orders, and here's where you can see all the information about orders you've placed or orders that people have made from you. You'll get notified right away when someone actually makes a purchase. So I can see when my order has started tracking. I can see when the buyer has received the item, when they have rated it, how they've rated it. So I'm going to tap on this purchase here, and here you can see more information about the sale. You can see how much you sold it for, the fee Poshmark took out. Here you can also download your shipping label. Poshmark will automatically email you this label, but if you want to download it from here, you can. Just tap on this download shipping label, tap download again, and then you can print it from here, cut out the label, package the item, and ship it out. Next tab here on the news is likes, and here you'll be notified when someone has liked your item. Next we have bundles, and here again is where all the information about bundles will be stored. Bundles that other people have made for you, and bundles that people have made using your items. So when someone makes a bundle, you can go and tap here. You can see here what's included in that bundle. You can comment, and you can also make an offer. Right here you can see the bundle price is $37. Below that we have the seller discount of 20%. I offer a discount when someone bundles, I think it's either 2 or 3 items at a time or more. And then we have the final price. Right here I can make an offer, and I can also offer a shipping discount. So I can pay $212 of the shipping, and that would come out of my profit, or I can pay for the full shipping, which is $711. If I pay for $212, then obviously they'd pay the remainder, which is $499. And then we go to the next tab, and that's shares. This is where you'll see all the people who've shared your items. Then we have follows, people that followed you, and then here we have anything that's related to your account, whether you've changed your email, if someone has a complaint about your item, everything related to your actual Poshmark account will be found here. Now we're on the final tab. I'm gonna try to make this quick just because I think this is already a long video. So here's where you will go to manage your account, and there are many different elements that relate to this. So I'm going to try to be brief as to not overwhelm you with too much information, but also try to explain so that you can make better use of it, whether you're a buyer or a seller. So at the very top, these four first options are just general things, rules and regulations. We've already talked about finding people, so we're going to go on to the next set of options. When you tap on my closet, that's how you get to where all your items are actually listed. I'm going to leave that till the end. Below that, we have my likes. Obviously, when you like something, it'll save it for you here. Bundles. Anytime you create a bundle from somebody else's closet, you can always go back here if you'd like to purchase, make an offer, edit it, or anything like that. My profile is where you can input information about you, whether it's a website, if you want to change your name. Then here's my size, also known as your style card. And here you can go into these different categories, men's, women's, and kids, and select the dresses, the jeans, the pants, shoes, sweater sizes, so that whenever you're searching for something on Poshmark, it'll only show you these sizes. So always remember to come back and change these if you wish to see a different size than the ones you set here. If you ever make a purchase from Poshmark, here's where you can see details about it. Your payment methods, here's where you can set this up. And then where it says my addresses is where you'll input your shipping and your return address. If you're selling on Poshmark, you can always use your home address as the shipping and the return address, or you can get a PO box if you'd like. Next, we have my sales, and here's where you can go to download a shipping label if you'd like, and to see when an item was sold, and just keep track of your numbers. Now we're gonna tap on my balance. At the very top, we have credits, and these are credits you have for referring people to Poshmark when they use your invite code. Once they purchase something and they receive it, then it'll add the credit here at the top. Below that, we have pending. Anytime someone buys an item from you, that money goes to pending. Once they receive the item and accept it and has clarified that everything is good to go, that money will move down to redeemable. Once you're ready to redeem your money, you just tap on redeemable. And when it's your first time, you may have to input bank information so that Poshmark can deposit this money into your bank account, or you can request a check. Below that, you have your redemption history, so all the money you've ever redeemed in the past. Below that, we have redeemable balance activity. And this is where Poshmark breaks down your earnings, your sales, your redemption history by different days. And another way to get to my balance, just so you know, is the circle with the cash symbol here. Here's a faster way to get to my balance tab. Now we're moving on to my Posh stats. And here is a private and confidential look of your Poshmark account. It tells you whether you're a Posh Ambassador or not. And a Posh Ambassador is basically saying that you're in good standing with Poshmark. I'm going to tap on it and show you. In order to become a Posh Ambassador, you have to do all of these things that it mentions here. Share at least 5,000 items from other people, 5,000 of your own. You have to share 50 new Poshers. You have to have at least 50 available listings, at least 15 sales. Your average rating has to be good, your shipping time, and you have to give good reviews to other people. So this is just a way to incentivize you to be more active and helpful around the community. And then as we scroll down even more, you'll see more analytics about your account, the available listings, the value, and different information that you may find helpful. We're almost done here. We're going to My Seller Tools. At the very top here are my campaigns, and this is kind of like when you become an affiliate with Poshmark. And just like the Ambassador program, there's different criteria you need to meet. The next two are My Sales and My Inventory Report. So if you ever want reports on these, you can always request them and they will email them to you. Then we have My Seller Discounts, and here's where you set up your bundle discount. So right now I have 20% for a minimum of 2 items. If you ever want to put your Poshmark closet on hold, you're going on vacation and you don't want any sales coming through or anything, this is where you turn on the vacation hold. And then below that, we have the shipping label settings, boutique, and wholesale information. Next up are sharing settings. Here's where you can connect your other social media account with Poshmark so that you're able to share on those platforms as well. What I want to bring your attention to is this very last option where it says search visibility. Always make sure that that is on, because that will allow your items to show up on Google when someone searches for something that's similar to something you have in your closet. It may show up if you have this visibility on. Then we have notifications, and here's where you can customize your notifications. There's a lot to choose from here, and Poshmark will send you tons of notifications if you don't customize them here. And then the rest of the settings is just to log out. If you need support from Poshmark and you want to email them a question, to know your Poshmark status, privacy policy, and all of that, which I'm not going to get into. And there are just a few other things I want to show you. So I'm going to go up to where it says My Closet. And here you can see that at the top is my profile picture. So I'm going to tap on that. If you scroll down, you'll see that it has a lot of information about me, where I'm from, my social media that I've connected. It has closet information such as your total listings, your total shares, the amount of time you take to ship, and then you also have your love notes, which are basically reviews on the items people have received. So if you're a seller, you need to do your best to keep all of this in good standing, to make sure that you ship fast, make sure that you're describing items perfectly so that people are happy with what they receive, so that you can get good reviews. And if you're a buyer, always tap on people's profiles to see how they're doing on Poshmark. Make sure that they're not getting terrible reviews so that you know that you're buying from a legit, reliable buyer. Then you can see my listings, my shares, my followers, and people I am following. Now I'm going to tap on one of my items. At the top, you see that it has 7 likes. So I'm going to send out offers to likers. To do that, you click this blue button below where it says offer/price drop. And here you have 2 options to promote this listing. Either edit the listing price and make it public so that everybody sees the new price, and then everyone who's ever liked the item will receive a notification that you've just dropped the price. But you can also make a private offer, and that's the second option where it says private. So I'm going to tap on that, and then here you write your offer that you're sending out. And remember, this one's the private one, so this one is going to go out only to the likers. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it down to 19. And then below that, you have to choose a shipping discount. You cannot send out an offer without a shipping discount when you're sending out offers to likers. The only way to avoid adding a shipping discount as well is if you make an offer on a bundle, or if someone makes you an offer. And then below here, you can read some more information on how these private offers work. The last thing I want to show you is about sharing your items, just so that you're super clear on how it works. To share an item, you click this button here, and then it'll give you your sharing options. If there's a party going on, it'll be at the very top. And if your item qualifies for that party, then you can share it there. So these Coach shoes do qualify, so I'm going to tap here, and that's it. The item is shared to the party. And then you can share it to your followers here, so that whenever your followers are on their feed, they will be able to see it. So to make sales, just make sure that you're always sharing your items at least 2 or 3 times a day, and especially when parties are going on that your items qualify for, share them to those parties. And all of the sharing stuff just makes it more likely that people will see your items so that they can buy them.